Hi everybody, Jay Tetzloff, Zoo Director here at the Miller Park Zoo with Zookeeper Eric here. We're in with our red-ruffed lemurs. We announced today that we have a baby red-ruffed lemur, and the best way to tell them apart is she is still the smallest one. I'll feed her here real quick, baby. So she is 3 months old today, a little girl, and this is only one of 5 litters in the SSP, so those species survival plans you guys know about, and we are one of 5 litters this year in this breeding program, so we're happy to talk about that. In here we've got dad, mom, and 2-year-old sister, and so when you come out here you'll see a group of 4. Look for the smallest one as the baby, but all of them are part of the breeding program here. These guys are critically endangered. So they're only found in the rainforest in Madagascar, which is an island off of Africa, and are beautiful. And a lot of times you've probably heard them call. They have a very distinct. I don't know, how would you describe it, Eric?
Kind of almost like a bark or a screech or a...
Yeah, a lot of people think they're fighting. They're not fighting. It's usually an alarm call. A lot of times it's a territorial call, really. That's how they communicate with other lemur groups and really show off and communicate what their abilities are. These guys don't go to the ground very often. So some of these guys you might see that when they grab their grape, they put their head up when they're chewing. These guys typically don't go to the ground. So that's one way to keep the food in their mouth the whole time. Because if they drop it, it's gone. They're not going to go get it. Because that's where they're most susceptible to any kind of predator. If you've heard of a fossa or a fusa, that's their main enemy in the wild. But really it's us, it's people. Habitat destruction is what's making these guys endangered.
Blaine wants to know what the baby's name is.
We don't have a name yet for it, so normally we name it at our fundraising event called Zoodoo. We're not holding Zoodoo because of COVID-19. So what we're doing this year is we're going to have a campaign to build a new education theater here at the zoo, and we'll basically put the donors for that project into a raffle. And the more you donate, the better chances you have to win to name her. So we did auction off the daughter 2 years ago. Her name is Treelo. And I don't know if I know where that comes from. Do you?
It came from a TV show. I think it was Bear in the Big Blue House.
Oh, really?
And it was a show that somebody's kids or grandkids watched with a lemur named Treelo. So
I always like to know the backstory behind some of the animals in the names that they get. But these guys are they are a primate. They are considered a prosimian, which means primitive primate. So lemurs are typically only found on the island of Madagascar. These guys are diurnal, so they're active during the day. So you can see their coats, you can see how their colorations are. There's a black and white ruffed lemur the zoo used to have years and years ago. So I've seen pictures of them here. And where it's red, so instead of red, they're black and white, but very similar species. And these guys were down at the red wolves to give you a perspective of where we are. Primates are susceptible to COVID-19. That's why we've got masks and gloves on. Although we have masks on every time now in the zoo. We are requiring masks to come into the zoo. But it's a great time to come out. If you buy a membership, you can come out and see these guys all the time. Come as much as you want for $60 for a family. And spend as much time out here as you want. Come by for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, a couple hours. So after this weekend, we are going to stop taking reservations, and you can just come to the zoo like you used to. The one-way route will stay. Inside buildings are still closed. What am I missing? Masks are required, obviously. But you can come out and see all the baby animals. We still have baby otter, baby goats, and now you can come see our little lemur baby.
If you guys have questions about the lemurs, go ahead and throw them out, because these guys were inside all winter So we haven't had them on display since probably September. That's usually when we bring them, in October, somewhere around there.
And one question I got asked on Facebook today was, why do we wait 3 months to announce? So anytime we have babies here, we always want to make sure the baby and mom are doing well, developing, are healthy before we announce. And then we're kind of looking at what is that best opportunity to get the most exposure, in essence. We want to make sure we get the biggest bang on an announcement like that, and get media to come out, things like that. With COVID-19 and our opening just a few weeks ago, we want to make sure everyone knew we were open, and we thought we would lose it if we announced it then. So that's why we're announcing a little later than usual, but this is still an opportunity that we wanted to talk about red-ruffed lemurs, what we're doing for the conservation breeding program that's out there, and it is this is an important, significant birth for the Miller Park Zoo, and really for the population.
Grace's mom is wondering what else they eat besides grapes.
They love grapes. These guys are vegetarians, so fruits and vegetables is pretty much what they eat here. In the wild, they do eat some. They are a pollinator, and they'll eat a lot more vegetation. But here, grapes are their favorite. You can be anyone's best friend if you're a lemur. If you have grapes, sometimes bananas are another big favorite of theirs.
I don't know. Where did the baby go?
She's up high in the box.
She's hiding from me. There she is. Let's see if I can get closer. There you are. What you doing? Grace's mom is wondering if they bite.
If you see those teeth, the best thing I tell people is if it has teeth, it can bite. Obviously, these guys are pretty friendly around us. The male can be somewhat protective, that's great. We want him to be protective of his family. That's his job. But yeah, you can see how big canines these guys have. So you definitely would hurt if you got bit.
Keep your face still. Yeah, they're just. Let me see if I can.
Great thing.
There we go. That's a good shot of those teeth. Our good friend Deanna Frauci wants to know if we've tested any of our animals for COVID.
We have not. We have not had the need to. We have not had any issues here at the zoo regarding that, or having symptomatic issues around that. So it's not a huge concern. We're just still being very cautious and precautionary. And I've now run out of grapes.
Okay.
It's official.
We also, as soon as we found out that animals could be infected, we started wearing extra protective equipment around almost everything. So we know that none of the staff had it, and we've been protecting ourselves and protecting the animals since then. So I don't think there's a real risk of them getting it.
No. And the list of animals that are susceptible to this keeps growing, unfortunately, as the science around it kind of expands and what zoos are keeping an eye on. But we know big cats have got it in U.S. zoos. And so we just are as precautionary as we can and hope that we don't have any issues here.
And when you come to the zoo, you'll see extra caution tape and ropes.
Yep, we've got paws around the zoo, making sure they're about 6 feet apart. That's how far you stay apart from your pack in front of you or behind you. Masks are reminded a couple times. It's a one-way route throughout the zoo. And hope you guys come out and enjoy what we can show you right now.
All right, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Stay tuned to Facebook. We'll be announcing when we do more of these lives. And remember, they're all on YouTube, youtube.com/Miller Park Zoo, if you ever want to go back and watch this one or any of the other ones we've done. So, have a good day.